What's going on, KSA? Chris here, the Real Estate Blitz, and today we're going to talk about some buyer basics. Buyer basics. So this is a little trick that I use when I take buyers out to look at homes. I use the number system, 1 through 10, and usually, at any given time, I want to schedule 3 different homes that we're going to look at. Sometimes I'll do more. It just kind of depends on the buyer, depends on their motivation, where are they at in the process. Some people, they need to buy. Some people, they're like, well, we're just sort of looking. Some people are qualified and heavily qualified. Some people have cash and some people are not, and they just don't want to get qualified yet, right? So that's a whole different discussion and topic. But the one I'm going to talk about today is my number system. So this is how I usually lock people in. If not on the first appointment, I usually get it right on the second appointment. So we go out and look at 3 homes, and every home that we go into, at the end of the looking at it, I ask them from 1 to 10, where is this? What are we looking at? 1 to 10, what does it look like for you? And what I'm looking for, I'm trying to get a gauge. A lot of agents will just walk people in. They'll just show them the house and say, oh, what do you think? You want to write an offer? No. Okay, let's look at the next one. But you're not asking any questions to try to dig deeper to really find out what exactly are they looking for. And I think that's one of the biggest complaints I hear from buyers. If they were working with an agent, they don't want to work with that agent anymore. They end up wanting to work with us or somebody in our brokerage. They want to work with a different agent. And the biggest complaint that I hear is that they weren't listening to me. They never listened to me. And sometimes in order to listen to them, you got to ask them questions. And I always start with, 1 to 10, what did you think? That's going to give me an indicator. So if they're like, oh, this is a 4. A 4, really? Okay, fantastic. Why is it a 4? It's a 5. It's a 7. Oh, it's a 7. Okay, why isn't it a 10? Like, what would make it a 10? Well, the flooring. I don't like the flooring. Okay, so is it the flooring because it's carpet? Well, yeah, I don't like the carpet. Okay, so what kind of flooring do you want? Well, I want hardwood floors. Okay, well, great. Well, to do this whole house in hardwood floors, it's going to cost you about $5,000. Considering that this property is $15,000 undervalued, would it make sense, or could it make sense to potentially just buy $5,000 worth of flooring and then have the house of your dreams? If you just told me it would make it a 10 for $5,000, and you're actually saving $10,000, you're $10,000 under market. So it helps me position people. Not only that, but as we start going to other homes, okay, so that one was a 7, this one's a 5, but this one's an 8. Okay, so this one's an 8 or a 9. It's not a 10, but it's actually about $50,000 over your price point. The one that you said was a 7, right, was only $5,000 difference, but it was actually about $40,000 under your price points. Which one makes better sense? We can make that 7 to 10. So using the number system is something that I started doing because it helps me coach people into basically locking them down and educating them to really want to say, yes, I want to write an offer. Yes, that makes good sense. This is the house. I can make this a 10. But also, if I have to go out on a second appointment, then I know exactly what I'm looking for when I send them searches and I try to line them up with a house. In fact, sometimes they'll say, yeah, I really want to see this house. Great. I think it's a pretty cool house as well. But remember that 7 and that 8 and what you said was a 10? If I look at this one, it has this, this, and this, and it sounds like that may not fall into. So what is it about this house that you really like? Well, I like this, this, and this. Okay, so is that important to you? Because remember, you said this was what a 10 house looked like or what you wanted in a 10 house. Well, yeah, actually, the more I think about it, yeah, I won't like that one. So it's actually saving me time. But that's the goal. I'm trying to condense so I can actually find exactly what they're looking for. So I spend less time and we can spend more time on writing offers, getting them in escrow, and trying to make a little more money that month. So that's my little tip and trick. That's all I got today. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you all later.